Welcome to the Mouseka Bros podcast. Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm his brother Randy. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at the Mouseka Bros. We'll be releasing new episodes every Friday, so make sure you subscribe to get the latest podcast. If you have any suggestions for upcoming shows or just want to say hi, you can email us at mousekaBrosPodcast@gmail.com.
If you're planning your next Disney destination or Universal Orlando vacation, you're going to want to reach out to me, Ryan Noppinger, with Capture the Magic Vacations. You can reach me at ryan.noppinger at ctmvagent.com. This is a no-cost to you service to use me as your travel agent. I'll make sure you get the best vacation package or deal for your whole family. I can also help make dining reservations and plan fast passes to make planning your Disney vacation less stressful and more magical.
On today's episode, we are reviewing our most recent trip to Walt Disney World. This is part 3 of a 3-part series where we are discussing attractions, dining, and other things we did in the parks. This episode, we are reviewing things that we did outside the park, such as Disney Springs, Minnie Van Service, the Skyliner, and a bunch of other experiences. We kind of broke them down into 4 categories as resort, restaurant, transportation, other experiences, but we'll get into that once we get into the episode. Like I said, this is part 3 of a 3-part series. Part 1 was Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and part 2 was Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. So be sure to check those out for sure. And as always, Ryan, how are you?
I am fantastic. Sad we're wrapping up our trip. It seems like it was so long ago, though. It's still pretty recent.
Yeah,
in January, yeah. Now we just need to go back. Well, you're going back before I am.
Yeah,
so
going back in April. So
that
it's
might
like
be a first.
We're ending this, but this Wednesday, the 26th, actually, Katie and I are booking fast passes in the morning. So like that's super exciting.
Yeah, and then
pumped.
you're 60 days out, so that'll be here by the time you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did I ask you how you were?
I mean,
how are you?
I mean, I'm good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You know,
how are you feeling?
I was a little sick last week. That's why we didn't have an episode come out.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
So I'm still kind of getting over the cold a little bit. I still have somewhat of a cough, so I apologize. I'm going to try to do nothing in the mic, and we're going to try to edit out everything, but you know, stuff happens.
We'll see if I'm good at my job.
Yeah, or if you just don't feel like editing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Ryan, what you got something to talk about, don't you?
I do, yeah. So we're doing a giveaway, and all you have to do is go and please leave us a review wherever you listen, whether it's Apple Podcast or somewhere on Google or Stitcher, and then take a screenshot of that review and then email it to us with your address and information to mousekaBrosPodcast@gmail.com. And then we'll send you out either a Mouseka Bros Podcast button or sticker while supplies last. And it would be a huge thank you from both of us because it helps us move up in the charts. At least that's what, Apple and Google tell me. But yeah. And then what else do we have coming up, Rand, right after this ends?
So since we're wrapping up this, don't be sad because we start March. And what normally happens in March, Ryan?
Daylight savings.
Yeah, but normally March Madness. So instead of basketball, we're going to do our own Disney March Madness. We did this last year with attractions, but this year we're going to do Disney movies. So that actually comes out next week. We'll have an episode kind of explaining the basic rules that explains like the tiebreaker. And we'll even, in that episode, it'll be like us kind of picking the matches for round 1. So be sure to check that out because that's super cool.
Yeah, stay tuned.
It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's just jump into this.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's go ahead.
Let's talk about our first thing, our resort. And where did we stay for our trip?
We stayed at Coronado Springs for the entire time. We did not stay in the tower. I guess I'll just jump right into the
That's
rooms.
Fine. I like it.
We stayed in a standard view room, of course, not in the tower. So, yeah. But it was at least close. I mean, the Coronado's a huge resort.
Oh, it's massive. It's super big if
massive,
you've never been.
Yeah. So I was definitely glad that we were still close to the tower. But what did you think about the rooms? I guess we'll just tick them off and start with the rooms first.
I think last time we were there, they were building the tower, and I think they were kind of refurbing all of the rooms.
I think slowly, yeah.
So we didn't stay in a updated room, I don't think, when we were there. So this was actually the first time that we stayed in a updated room at Coronado.
Yes.
And I really liked it. I thought it was really nice. The furniture, and it was really good. The theming inside the room was really nice. And one of our rooms actually had a new bathroom, like a new shower. So that was super nice. I'm sad to say that, they kind of stopped that mini bottle thing. They probably said that a little bit ago.
Yeah.
And I don't keep up with, Disney.
Reduced plastic.
Right. But I actually kind of liked having just like the bottles in there that were kind of like the pump action.
Yeah. I feel like I use way too much.
Yeah. But
I'm like, oh, it's a full bottle.
But like, I feel like that's also like saving Disney money. So
Yes.
like, it was just a smart move, and I liked it. And like, they didn't feel like cheap, shampoo and conditioner and body wash. Like, it had a nice fragrance to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, usually if I go on another trip and I stay somewhere else, I might take my own,
Right.
Shampoo and body wash. But for Disney, like, I know what they have, and I know it's good. I know I like it, so I don't bring anything, which is a saver, especially if you're flying down.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to our podcast where we talk about all things shampoo.
Natural beauty.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Disney? Try this fragrance. It's like you're at Disney. Anyways,
Anywho.
I thought it was funny. All right, well, let's talk about the food, because we did food there. We did the food court a lot. We didn't actually do a restaurant, I don't think, but we did the
Three
food
Bridges.
court. Oh yeah, we did do Three Bridges. We literally ate at Three Bridges.
I know.
So let's talk about Three Bridges. What do you think of Three Bridges?
I love that place.
Oh, yeah, that was I completely agree.
It's on the water. It's new. It's got 3 bridges.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Congratulations, you can count higher than 2.
I know. Somebody tell my mom. But no, it was good food. The drinks are really, really good. They don't open until 4:30, which is good to note, because we were definitely there early, thinking they opened at like 4 or were already open,
Right.
and just nobody there. But they didn't, or they don't open until 4:30. But very good food. I've eaten there before on my past stay to Coronado Springs, and most likely, if I ever stay at Coronado Springs in the future, would most likely eat at this restaurant. And I strongly suggest it, even if you want to go out of your way to eat at it. It's just so nice.
Yeah, I think it would be worth it to, like, even if you don't stay at Coronado, to go to this restaurant, because it's a very good restaurant. But I don't really need to say anything else. I think you've said everything with Three Bridges, because it's just it's excellent. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's good. So the rooms, we talked about the rooms. We talked about, I guess a little bit more about the food. I guess my biggest thing for kind of the food and the room, kind of mixing them both together, the only quick service is kind of it's never moved. So if you've ever been to Coronado Springs, it's still in the same location, but it's kind of away from the main building, and it's more near where you'd go into the convention center. And that's your only place other than the pool to fill your resort mug, which to me in the morning or, really anytime.
Like late at night.
Yeah, it seems like it's completely out of the way. If you get dropped off by your bus, then you have to go to your room to get your mug, and then you have to walk, it seems like 8 miles to get your resort mug filled and then walk back.
Yeah.
I did like that they had coffee in the room, though. I like the coffee, like the big pot, and get as much as I can, versus they give you maybe 2 regular Keurig pods that are gone in 2 seconds anyway. So yeah, I guess that's my biggest thing. I wish they had maybe drink stations around, or at least each building had its own, maybe with the ice machine or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree though. It was a far walk, especially if you're not staying like in the tower. Your walk is completely outside in the morning, so whatever the weather is, you gotta walk, and it's a far walk. I mean, at least the tower kind of has a cut through, so it doesn't seem as long, but it felt like a long walk for us at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I've stayed at the tower before I think we were on the 11th floor off the top of my head, but it's still a hike. I mean, I feel like either way, it's a hike no matter where you are to the quick service to get your refillable mug. I don't know. I just thought, with all of the refurb that they did here, they would have added maybe something like that because the resort is so huge.
Yeah, no, it's massive. Well, you want to talk about the pool?
Well, we also ate, or we just had drinks.
Food. Right.
With drinks
right.
At the top of the tower, which is Dahlia Lounge, which was nice, stunning views. You can see Hollywood Studios
at night
and Epcot at night, and during the day you can even see Animal Kingdom kind of off to the distance, Blizzard Beach. The landscape of it is
really cool,
awesome to look at.
Absolutely. We so the reason we were up there is because we were actually trying to see fireworks. I think it was Epcot fireworks.
Yes,
that we were trying to see.
Yeah.
It was a little far away. It was a little far away from up
far
there.
away, and it was busy, so everyone was up there,
right,
trying to watch fireworks.
It might be different if you're trying to see Phantasmic fireworks, even though Phantasmic might be hard because it's more of a show. So it's only fireworks at the end. So really, if there's I can't think Galaxy Far Far Away, the Star Wars.
I think that's
fireworks.
what it's called. Yeah,
I don't know if they do that anymore. I don't know.
They do.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, so you could see those from the top, and it would be a really good view. You may even hear some music because they probably play it really loud. So
maybe some, yeah. But you're pretty high up, so it's all you hear is fireworks.
Yeah. Right.
No. I mean, the pool. Let's get back to the pool.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I always like this pool.
Yeah,
I like the slide. We've gotten drinks there in the past. The food, I remember this time being better than it was before.
Yes, I don't remember it being this good.
Yeah, when they refurbed the pool or that area, I guess they must have hit the food because it was really good.
Yeah, well said. Well said. It was good weather, so which means it was good pool weather in January.
Which was, we were so glad that happened because the last trip it was really really cold.
It was cold, and we were
half a day at the pool, right? Or something, if that.
Yeah. So I think we actually went to the pool 2 times. 2?
I think
3.
Yeah, 2 at least.
Yeah, definitely 2. So that. I mean, it was good weather. It was fun though. It was. I always like this pool. I can't wait for our pool at Port Orleans when we go. It's exciting.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah. It's fun to experience other Disney pools.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they have a slide.
Yeah, especially when
they have a slide.
Well, let's move on to restaurants. So these restaurants are going to be restaurants that aren't physically located in the park. Most of them are located, all of them are located at hotels.
At resorts other than Disney Springs.
Other than Disney, but we didn't. Did we eat at Disney Springs? We did.
Yes,
we did. It's not on our list, but we did.
It's not.
All right. So I'll write that down. But anyways, I guess we'll just start at the top and we'll go down. So Ohana, what are your thoughts? What are you feeling about Ohana?
I love Ohana. So Ohana is at the Polynesian Resort. This is probably my favorite sit down restaurant on property. Especially I like it even more because it's at a resort and not in the theme parks. And I say that is because you're still kind of in the realm of Magic Kingdom. But, and then you're still getting this kind of tropical Hawaiian feel from the resort. And then you look out and you can still see the castle. I don't know. It's just an awesome experience. The food there is absolutely amazing. I could probably eat pot stickers right now until I explode. But no, a strongly suggested restaurant for me. Anytime I go, or actually, period, anytime I've gone, period, whether it's been with the 8 of us or just Amanda and I've always requested when I got there a window seat so I could see the castle. And every time they've accommodated.
Yeah, yeah.
I was even thinking maybe with 8, they would say us, well, you have 8, but we were right at the window.
Yeah, absolutely.
So definitely don't be afraid to, request that when you go up. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, that was my first time there, and it was absolutely... it was so good. And you guys talked it up so much that Katie and I booked it for our honeymoon. But then when we ate there, we were like, yes, we're eating here. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's so much food. It's all you care to eat. They bring you an appetizer thing with, the pot stickers, noodles, vegetables. And then you get your entrees, which is shrimp, steak, chicken that they just bring over, and they say, "Oh, would you like some?" You're like, "Yeah," and then they just load your plate up.
Yeah, they just keep going.
Yeah, and then they came back later with more shrimp, more chicken. And at this point, we're all like, "I don't know, all right, maybe two more shrimp."
Like, I'm really stuffed, but I guess I can get it in.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then they bring you these like steam towels to clean up with, and then you get this bread pudding with this caramel sauce over it, and ice cream, and that, just forget it, because I'll eat it all until I literally
I'm
explode.
excited. Yeah,
it's so good.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited. All right.
So our next one, Chef Mickey's. What did you think of it?
It's Chef Mickey's. Like, that's, if you've ever been to Chef Mickey's, like, you kind of know what the food's like. Like, we went for, like, we always go for breakfast, and this is our first time that we've been to dinner, and it was, I don't know. Like, it was a buffet. You know what I mean? It was good, but it was still kind of, I don't want to use the word gross because I feel like that's very harsh, but like, it was a buffet.
Yeah, I mean, normally, I'll say normally I don't ever eat at buffets, but at Disney, I feel like there's that extra level of protection being Disney.
Right? Like,
I feel better about eating at a buffet than anywhere.
Like, there was this like little girl there who was like, I mean, adorable, I guess, and there was a dessert thing and grabbed a Rice Krispie treat and like licked it, then put it back. It was disgusting. Luckily, like, a chef was there, so like walked by, picked up the whole tray, and brought a fresh tray out. So like, obviously Disney's trying to do their best, but they're doing their best. Like, things get missed, stuff like that.
Things happen.
At a buffet.
Yeah, the chef doesn't walk by when that happens.
So I mean, it was good. The food was better than I thought, but I think the drinks really surprised me.
Yeah,
because they had excellent martinis, and that really surprised me. It was very good too.
Yes, yeah, it was very good, and we had alcohol pretty much at all of these places.
Yes, we did.
Other than Boma, because it was included in
it was
the package.
Yeah, and it was also breakfast.
Well,
we could have had
mimosas. We could have.
All right. Well, then let's just jump right in. I mean, unless you need to say anything about Chef Mickey's.
No, I mean, to me, a buffet is a buffet. Unless you get more into like the specialty buffets, which is the Boma, which is our next restaurant we're going to talk about. And for Boma, we ate here for breakfast, and I think hands down, it's one of the best kind of buffet breakfast on property.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is where we always go. Like, if we eat at Boma, like, we eat there for breakfast. And I think we always try to get Boma when like a big family like us goes down.
Yeah. I don't think we've never eaten here dinner, and I don't think that we would, because we enjoy breakfast so much here.
Right. Because they have like a lot of different stuff for breakfast. And then, I mean, I don't know, but the jungle juice is really good there.
Panga juice? Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. But it's super good there.
Yes,
so,
it's very good.
Like, I don't know if they serve that for dinner, and like, I would only go for that.
Can I have a glass of the juice, please?
Yeah.
Sir, it's 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I know what I said.
I know. I like juice.
I mean, it's a simple juice, but like, it's just so good, so well done. I'm sure you can actually look it up on the internet, but it's not the same. It's not the same, though. You know what I mean? It's not the same.
Makeup recipe, but yeah.
But yeah, it's always good. So let's move on to the next one. This is something new, and it is the Artisan Point Storybook Dining at Fort Wilderness. And this is basically, it's character dining for Snow White. It was Snow White, Dopey,
and Grumpy
kind of walk around, and then the evil queen is just there, and you have to go meet her.
Yeah, at the end of, or close to the end of dinner, your server will kind of give you a ticket, or it was something. It wasn't just a ticket.
Oh, really?
Was it?
I don't remember.
Maybe it was.
I don't remember handing anything, but I was in the back of the group.
But and then you go up and meet her kind of on your way out or whatever towards the end of your meal. But this, I thought it was really fun. I thought the food was decent. It was more along the sides of like, German-esque.
Yeah. Because like there was like appetizers, like some like mushroom dish, which like I loved because I love mushrooms. But like, you're a picky eater, so you didn't eat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was definitely.
Funny enough, me being a picky eater, we actually asked the server if we could have kind of like the kids' appetizer tray, and then. Like I didn't ask, but someone else in the party. Yeah. I don't ask. but someone else in the party did, and then they brought all four of us, all four of the kids, all kids.
Yeah,
Tray,
I mean, like
which
I didn't
was
eat
awesome.
it because I
You're
ate
full,
the
right?
adult stuff. But that was very good. I got something in a broth. I can't remember what it was, but like there was so much flavor in it. I was very surprised how flavorful it was, and it was like, I mean, it was packed with flavor. That it was just delicious. So Katie and I tried to book here for a honeymoon, but I mean, that's a hard reservation to get because it's new and good.
Yeah, and I think it's because the characters you meet, Snow White, and then it's that whole experience aspect part of it at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a whole story, kind of.
Yeah, I was
in
glad,
dining.
I was glad we booked it and kind of didn't, went with our kind of normal reservations we make. So this was a good change.
Yeah. All right, Raglan Road.
Yes. Disney Springs.
Yes.
Yes. That was a headache.
Yeah, that was bad.
I feel like anybody, you make Disney dining reservations so far in advance, unless it truly is a last minute trip. But we had this reservation probably, right at the beginning of when we were able to book 180 days out. And we get there, fast forward 180 days, and we get there, and they have us at the front at these three little bar tables.
And mind
were
you,
literally meant for like two people at a
and
table.
there's 8 of us.
Yeah.
So like now we were kind of sitting separate almost. And we were like, hey, we don't really want to sit here.
I don't know that anybody would.
Right. You must have a table of 8. And they were like, well, we really don't have any tables of 8 for you. And we're like, well, we made these reservations 180 days out. Like, you guys couldn't plan this. Like, that's not our fault.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But, and I'll go off on a tangent. I feel like that's what you get for Disney Springs when you go to a restaurant that isn't run and operated by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like, well, whatever kind of thing. Like it felt like someone that just walked in and waited 30 minutes got a better table than we did, and we made our reservations 180 days out. So they knew we were coming.
Yeah.
But other than that, once all of that got situated, I really, really like this restaurant. All of the food is good. The beer is really good. I think Dave got
a flight.
He got a beer.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily have to eat there again. Like, the food was good, the beer was good. I think it was just the overall experience that kind of took away. So I don't need to eat here again. I don't think
it was disheartening. I
mean, like,
maybe give it some time before we go.
Right, like they accommodated us, which was nice, but like we had to. It felt like twist arms to get accommodated.
Yeah, we had to push our way into like getting a better seat, which was not fun.
Yeah. Right.
So the only other dining thing, if you want to talk about and try to mention, going back to the Poly, we tried to get into Trader Sam's, and it was after fireworks, right? We had walked in and they said, it was maybe like an hour.
Hour wait.
Or they best guess was like an hour, and we had how many? 6 of us, right? At that time, because our mom and dad went home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was only 6. Well, I say only, but it was 6 of us. So then they said, oh yeah, probably be like an hour, we'll send you a text. Hour came and gone. We went back in. They were like, oh no, probably still an hour. And then we're like, wait a minute, really?
So then we waited another hour and we went back in and they were like, probably still about an hour.
Yeah. Mind you, we checked in probably fireworks were at least at 8. So we checked in maybe 8:45 and now we're already here at like 10 o'clock. And they're now telling us probably another hour.
Yeah,
still.
so we just actually got a minivan and left. We didn't even go to Trader Sam's after 2.5 hours of waiting.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was. And then I think when we got back to our hotel and like laid down in bed, you finally got a text saying, hey, your table's ready. You have 20 minutes.
As soon as I turned out the light, I get a text and I'm like, your table's now ready. And I'm like, nope.
And that was probably 3 hours later, if not a little bit more.
Yeah, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, even for, the bar in Galaxy's Edge, oh my gosh, the cantina. Even that is so busy, but at least you can make a reservation there.
Yeah.
And then they say, okay, well, you only have, what was it, 45 minutes
or 2 drinks.
In and out. I wish they would almost do that for Trader Sam's because I feel like they'd make more money.
Right. I mean, there was literally a table like I think the table we were getting was where this group of people who were sitting, and they kept just ordering drinks, and then they got food, and then they got more drinks, and it was just like we were waiting for them, and they weren't slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we were the exception with 6 people and waiting 3 hours. I want to know how many other people wait 2 an hour,
right?
Anything for this place. Why don't they then make it bigger or to accommodate?
Well, because they have like that outside too that did well,
right? And that was packed too.
Yeah, that was packed.
I think we also went on a weekend, and I think that also played into it.
I don't know.
Because I think that was the weekend where it was Martin Luther King weekend.
That or Run Disney. I can't remember which weekend we went down.
I know. But yeah. Anyway, that's our kind of sad story that for Trader Sam's that we weren't able to get into.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, do you got anything else for restaurants?
No, I got nothing. Yeah. That pretty much wraps up all the other restaurants that we ate at.
All right. Well, let's move on to transportation. You've done the Skyliner before, and I think you've said some thoughts on it. So I guess I'll start with my thoughts. I like it. I like it a lot. It's fast. It's a lot faster than you think, and yeah,
it's convenient.
Yeah, it's convenient. The only thing that I would say is that it seems to get really busy, and I know that like they have them so often and they can't make them faster. But like Caribbean Beach, like we got there, and sometimes it was just packed. Like it was almost just like you saw the Skyliner, you're just like, well, let's just walk. It'd probably be faster.
Yeah, the hub gets very, very busy.
Yeah,
very quick.
I don't know how they kind of handle that. Like I don't know if it's more cars or whatever, but
I think it is what it is. But I think for something like that, it's always moving unless there's something seriously wrong or anything like that. Right. So you're always moving in line, so maybe it doesn't feel that bad.
One thing that I didn't like is that since our father was in a wheelchair, I almost said stroller again. Since he was in a wheelchair, they had to split us up because of max of 6 when there's a wheelchair involved, or a max of 8 normally. So like that kind of hurt because then we got split up, and then that made it a headache for us because we wanted to make sure that we weren't getting, we didn't want to get to our destination 20 cars before our, you guys, the rest of our party. So that made it a headache. But Disney staff members, very accommodating. They helped us through it. They were like, oh, no, you just go in this one. Like, you'll be the next one or close to the next one. So that was nice.
Yeah. And they were right on with that. I mean, you were pretty much one car ahead or the next car ahead of us, which was awesome to see that, accommodation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I really enjoy the Skyliner. I hope in the future to stay at a resort, which I am in May, to be able to experience a Skyliner at your resort and see, other than taking the bus everywhere, taking the Skyliner to Epcot or Hollywood Studios.
Absolutely,
I'm excited to experience that part of it, not just I want to go from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, which you still can do.
Right.
Yeah. So minivan, I feel like more and more every single trip, we're using minivan more and more. What are your thoughts on minivan?
Yeah, no, Katie and I definitely have already put in like plans in place to use minivan. We're like, oh, we got this reservation here, but we're actually in this park for this day, so we got to hop on this bus, train, and the monorail. And we're just like, no, let's just minivan it and get right there. So we kind of are starting to set money aside, not because it's not cheap, but it's not like crazy expensive. But I think it's like an expense where it's like if you're not ready for it, it'll kind of bite you in the butt almost.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is. I want to say 35 or something.
Yeah, like the minimum or, the price range that I've seen around, it's been right around that $35, sometimes maybe 38 or as low as 30 maybe.
And like Uber and Lyft and stuff is like regular ones are cheaper, but with minivan, the minivans can kind of go into the resorts, can go into like the bus stop stations. And I also feel like you're getting more security almost because they are a cast member.
And then you're getting that experience of being picked up in a minivan. They have chargers in the back.
Right.
One that Amanda and I did, I can't remember, because we were meeting you at Magic Kingdom that night, and it was cold. that night, and we always get like the Equinox one, but this one was like the big kind of suburban one, and the middle seats were bucket seats and they were heated. Like
That's
that,
cool.
It was well worth the money not to wait outside for a bus in the cold to have a minivan come pick you up. I charged my phone and my butt was warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move right into buses then. What are your? I'll start. So, buses didn't seem to work for us. I don't know why.
The only time that the buses worked for us when we got up at 5 a.m. to go to Rise of Resistance.
Yeah, and it was right there.
And it was right there. That was the only time.
Like, other than that, buses were like, oh, it's going to be here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes would pass and be like, oh, it's going to be here in 20 minutes. Like, we almost missed our reservation for...
A couple times, I feel.
Yeah, because we sent you and Amanda somewhere. I can't remember.
That was Chef Mickey's.
It was Chef Mickey's, yeah.
Yep.
We sent you guys ahead just because we couldn't... Like, there wasn't enough room on the bus and stuff.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's just Coronado Springs, that whole bus loop, or however they have that mapped out. But, this is my second time at Coronado Springs with the buses, and both have been noticeably like, 20, 30-minute waits when they say they run every 10 to 15 or 15 to 20.
Yeah, whatever. But, like, yeah. And then, leaving the park, it seemed like, I think we were waiting... And we counted 5 Port Orleans buses, or French Quarter buses, one of those two. We counted 5 buses before one of our buses showed up.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of buses in between.
Yeah.
So I didn't like Coronado. And it's hard because, Coronado is the only, well, it's not the only, but it's the resort that, it's one of the resorts that only has buses. That's the only form of transportation. You can't take a boat. You can't take a Skyliner. You can't take a monorail. All you have is buses everywhere you go.
Yes.
So, like, it makes it hard to want to stay there because the transportation was so bad.
And the other thing that was kind of misleading and just the added confusion, when you get on the bus and you're going back to Coronado Springs specifically, the physical bus stop that they stop at is bus stop number 2, but it's bus stop number 2, but it's their first stop.
Yeah.
So really the main tower is, the last stop before they go to a park, which is technically bus stop number 1 while you're staying at the resort.
Right. But also it depends, because depending on the route, the bus stop 1, like the tower, they'll either go there first or last.
Yeah, and
like I've seen both.
Yeah, and there was no set. Well, this time from Epcot, we went to the tower first, or this time.
Right. It was super confusing.
Yes. It made it even more confusing.
More of a headache.
Telling the bus driver to, because we had Dad in the wheelchair. Said, "Oh yeah, we have to get off at stop 1." And he's like, "Bus stop 1? Well, number 2 to you, I guess, but it's the first one you're going to."
Right.
It was just, I don't know, that added confusion.
Yeah,
but I think that's enough about buses, and that's the main reason why we stayed and did minivans.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're still going to continue to talk about buses because now we got the Magical Express.
Yeah, no, but that was a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you like Magical Express?
I like it that it's free.
Yeah. It was a good convenience.
If you fly to Disneyland and you want transportation to the hotel, it actually costs.
Oh.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So at Disney, it is included or free or whatever.
Right.
So it's a nice,
added benefit.
Yes, to it. That's the word. That's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah. No, it's nice. Though, by the time sometimes you get off the plane, you're like, oh yeah, it's, you can Google map, on your phone. You're like, oh yeah, it's a 30-minute drive. We'll be at the resort at 30 minutes. Well, depending on where you're staying, they're going to have
on what stop, right?
Different stops. Like on ours, they stopped at Art of Animation first,
and then
which I thought was kind of weird, and then went to Coronado Springs.
Right.
Like I would have figured Art of Animation would have been with like Pop Century, but
yeah,
I guess not.
Our bus driver taking us there he was funny. He was good. He was really enjoying his job. Like as soon as we got on the Magical Express, he started talking, making jokes, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like we're in Disney now. Which was, I don't know, it was just like a cool experience.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that because they're contracted out, those bus drivers. So like it's nice.
Yeah,
like to still have that Disney experience there.
Do we need to talk about the airport? I mean, we flew a plane It was.
We didn't fly a plane.
No, we did not. We were in a plane that was flown by a pilot, and the
licensed
airport.
pilot.
Yeah, and the airport, was crazy, hectic, and it was a little confusing of where to go.
Yeah.
But, it's airport.
How about the Disney gift shop at the airport? Because leaving, we had to stop there. I feel like that's a thing you have to do.
And it was the exact same stuff at Disney Springs in the park. Like, it was. Like, I walked in and I was like, oh, I've seen that shirt 27 times. I don't need it now, and I don't need it. I was just like, oh, my gosh.
One of the cool things, though, is that I like about Orlando International Airport is that they have, like, the other shops. Like, they have Universal, and you can go in and be like, oh, yeah. This is the Harry Potter stuff, or maybe new merchandise or whatever that they have that they carry.
Yeah, we definitely went through all of those.
That's fun, yeah. I really, really like Orlando International Airport. I was almost called it MCO. I mean, that's what
it is, but like nobody
knows
what that is.
No. But no, I really, really enjoy this airport. Clean, safe, nice. We like the monorails. How about the Galaxy's Edge kind of like graphic on the monorail?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
Up.
That was new.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that I guess they let them do that. Or I don't know. Like,
I mean,
I've not seen like a Universal like Harry Potter one like that.
I know.
So like,
I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you're flying down to Disney, like, you're probably not flying to Universal. Like, I know there's people that love Universal just as much as they love Disney, but like, it's different. It's different, I feel. Like, I feel that most people, and I'm super biased in this, go to Disney and then will take a day or so in Universal. Like, it's not like you're not like you're going to go to Universal and take a day or two in Disney.
Right.
I'm sure there's people that do that, but those people are wrong. So, sorry if I offended you.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, so I feel like if you're flying down, you're probably flying down for Disney. So
yeah, it was cool. Got you pumped up.
Yeah.
All right, so to some other experiences that kind of didn't fit in those 3 categories. First one being Disney Springs. I always enjoy Disney Springs. It kind of gets you out of the park. Since it's completely new, it's quite enjoyable. What do you think?
I don't like shopping, so I'm kind of biased in this situation. We did Disney Springs probably like half a day, maybe. I don't know if anybody went back afterwards. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
But we did it in a half day, and like I was good. Like I didn't need to go back.
Yeah, I always wish that I planned to do like a full day at Disney Springs just so I can go in and out of shops. I'd like to more or less see what the shops offer that are like Disney branded.
Yeah, but there's not that much in there.
You're right, and there's not all of the stores in Disney Springs have that like Disney relatable merchandise.
Right, like there's I'm trying to think of a shop.
There's Under Armour, let's say.
Right,
there's a huge Under Armour shop there, but they don't have anything like with Mickey on it or anything like that.
If I want to go to an Under Armour shop, I can do that at home. Like I don't need to see Under Armour stuff. Like I want to see Mickey and Under Armour. Like I don't know, like Mickey sleeping on the check mark or whatever. I don't even know if that might be. I don't know what the check mark is. That Nike?
We live in Maryland, and it's like the X thing.
No,
the
it's
swoop
not.
for Under Armour.
Yeah, the swoop that says "Just Do It," right?
That's Nike.
I don't even. Okay,
you're wearing a Nike hat as we speak.
All right. Well. Anyways, you can go to those shops, anywhere else. So I don't want to see those. Like Disney Springs is cool, but like Disney Springs is also now boring because it's the same merchandise. So we don't need to make a special trip to Disney Springs. I mean, we probably will on our honeymoon.
Yes.
But that's not the point I'm making.
But, you go there for the restaurants, I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe not you want to get away from the Disney restaurants or a break from Disney, like the parks.
Kind of go to the bar side of it. You mean like the more adult feel?
Yes, yeah.
I guess.
Now with Cirque du Soleil coming up, that'll be
a game changer. I do want to see that.
I know.
I do want to see that. Katie and I were talking about getting tickets, but we're not getting tickets for it. We're actually going to do the Villain After Hours. That's what we decided. We were in between both. So we're not doing tickets for Cirque du Soleil, but I definitely want to go back and see that. We'll
save that for a future trip.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm excited to go see that.
But
anyway, what else at Disney Springs?
I don't think I saw anybody go into the NBA experience. I don't think I saw one person go in or come out. So
no.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
There's that shop.
One day when it's free after 4 because you bought a Disney vacation package.
We'll go.
That's when we'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before that, no.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
So the other thing we did at Disney Springs, which was actually a paid experience, was the Void.
Mm-hmm. So it was good. We did the Star Wars one, and we already did the Star Wars one. We were trying for the new Wreck-It Ralph one.
Yes, but I get the day we were there, they didn't even play it, so they must only do it on certain days.
Right. So we did the Star Wars one. It didn't seem as busy as last time because I remember waiting a couple.
We were the only two in our game.
Right, and we were like, oh, we're only two, so we'll probably get paired with at least one, if not another party of two. And I think there was another party of two in there, or three. It might have been three.
Yeah.
So they took us in, and we were the only two. So that made it a little bit better, I think.
It made it better. Well, it was cool to us at first. We're like, oh, we're the only two. But I feel like it affected gameplay. As far as it was quicker or
because
we weren't able to see a lot. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they did anything to headsets, but my headset kept falling off almost. Not falling off, but I could look there was points that I could see not the virtual reality. I could look kind of the side or down and see the surround. So it made it hard on my eyes because I wasn't fully encapsulated and my headset didn't sit all the way down on my face. So I tried to adjust it a bunch of times, but I couldn't get it. So that was also disorienting.
Yeah. It's still a cool experience.
Oh my God, it's super cool. And having
the
Darth
Star Wars
Vader there.
The Star Wars thing has been there for a while.
Yeah.
At least more than 2 years because we did it on our last trip. And I get that it's the main one that's running, but I feel like when they have something new like Wreck-It Ralph, just switch it over to all Wreck-It Ralph maybe for 6 months. And then switch
or something.
Back.
I think they just need to get rid of Once Upon a Toy and make that the Void. Make everything the Void to even go bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see them change it and make it maybe something with Mickey. Make it something or adventure where you're not going back and forth to 3 rooms, where you gotta go upstairs and crawl down or something.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's come out yet or not, or it might already be out, but I think in Disneyland,
the new Marvel one.
Theirs is still called, it's not Disney Springs, but theirs is still called Downtown Disney. And the Void, they have a Marvel one.
Yeah.
Bring that here.
Yeah, the Star Wars was
and
cool.
Paul's Star Wars.
Yeah, get rid of Star Wars for a little bit, but you can bring it back. That's fine. But we need a little bit of change in that.
Yeah.
Because if we can't, the next time we all go down, if we can't get Wreck-It Ralph or a new one,
we're not going to do it.
We're not going to do it.
And then that's money that they're not getting.
That Disney's losing.
Or the Void.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm sure it's way more complex than Ryan and I understand.
Oh yeah,
right?
just switch it on the computer.
Right.
Just change it over.
I have an IT degree, and I know it's way more than just a simple click of the button. So, I get it that, they're not changing it out daily. I understand. But, if your company is to make virtual reality games, then make virtual reality games. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know.
Beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I hear you. Well,
let's move on to the least, but
on to the
last,
next one.
but not least. I mixed up that.
So
phrasing.
the last one was a fireworks cruise for the Magic Kingdom, which was a surprise.
It was
to everyone else in the party. Only myself and my wife Amanda knew about it. Going to the Poly, we kind of just left it as a MousekaTrip kind of thing, as a mystery surprise for everyone, and that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, no, that was super
an awesome
cool.
experience. I like the Polynesian already, so to get the boat from there to take it out was awesome. We got there maybe 45 minutes early. They took us out. They took us over to, all the
Fort
way over
Wilderness,
to, Fort Wilderness, where the kind of the cabins are, which was kind of cool to see at night.
Yeah.
Over behind the Contemporary.
Yep.
And then we kind of just, floated in Seven Seas Lagoon, waiting for the fireworks. Which then we opened up our champagne bottle. They had tons of snacks and soda. Which funny enough, at the end of the night, our driver was just like, please just take it.
Yeah, the driver was like, we can't keep it. I think I don't know if they get rid of it or do something with it, but they were like, nah, you guys, when you purchase this package, you purchase all of this stuff.
Yeah.
We cannot have it and we cannot keep it.
She just didn't want to carry it off the boat.
That's probably what it is. but
We
she was just
loaded-
like, just take it. So
we
we took.
loaded all the book bags, our pockets.
Oh yeah, we took all that soda, man.
yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But and the only, I don't even want to call it a downside because we can't control it. But the water, I guess, like when we were watching fireworks,
the tides were a lot. So I mean, our driver did the best that she could, keeping us kind of straight, which was actually weird because you could see the castle and the fireworks, but like the fireworks were not over the castle. It was pretty cool. It was a cool feeling to like see like, oh wow, that's where they actually shoot them off at.
But so they're not able to anchor.
And then there was so many other boats around us, and everyone had a speaker. So there was almost like
An echo.
Echo, because like your boat was playing the music, and then boat next to you was playing it, and it was not exactly synced.
I got used to it like a little bit, and then like once I like snapped out of it, I was like, oh yeah, I can hear both of them.
Yeah, it's fun though. If you haven't done anything like it, definitely check that out. That was super amazing. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan and Amanda, for that.
It's an awesome experience. The only other place I think you can do it is Epcot, which I'll be interested in maybe trying that next time on some future trip.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe as a surprise. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows what will happen on our next trip? I can't believe it's over.
Oh, yeah. I think we've wrapped up our trip.
Our trip's over.
But Disney's forever.
That's always true, and we're always going to go back.
Yeah,
because we're
that's
brainwashed.
Always true. Yeah, it's the only place we vacation to.
We're not weird. We promise. Can't wait for the next one. Yeah,
there'll definitely be some trip reviews of Katie and I's honeymoon. We might even have her on as a guest.
We might even have other people on that has gone on trips.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
The possibilities are endless. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review as it helps us improve the show. And as always, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.